It's April 7th, it's 4 p.m. I'm re-recording this video for the millionth time. I've been having a really hard time getting my thoughts out, and I really feel like I should. And hello, if you're watching this, my friend does like a little email newsletter thing where she writes down her thoughts and she'll like post it and it sends me like a little email, and I was just reading her most recent one, and she was talking about emotional constipation and the importance of getting your thoughts into the world and to not bottle things up, and I liked that. And I've been thinking a lot about my own emotional constipation and if it really is emotional constipation or if it's just the way that I am, and it's not inherently a bad thing. When it comes to difficult situations, I'm the kind of person who, I'll cry, I'll be upset, I'll do that whole thing, but it's more of an acute thing. Like when something initially happens, if something feels very strong to me, it'll be like a quick, I'm super sad, I'm sobbing into my pillow. Once that's over, I won't really go back to that headspace. It's pretty hard for me to go back to just complete emotion. I think my body or my brain will just like really quickly switch into a more rational mindset. Rational maybe isn't the right word there, but what I'll do is I'll get real logical, and I'll get real like planny. Like I want to make a checklist. I want to solve this problem. Like I don't want to just sit here and be sad. Like I want to fix it. And I've had friends who have told me that they appreciate that about me. Like if they come to me with a problem, I'll try and give them a solution, or I'll try and offer some advice, and they like that I do that. But I've also probably alienated or made people feel uncomfortable in the past, because instead of like holding space for their emotions, I will, do what I do. And I don't know if that's good or bad. And I think that perhaps I'm perceived as constipated sometimes, but I don't want to deny myself. I know that I feel grief. I know that I feel pain because I kind of feel it in my body, but my eyes don't do it, and I don't feel like the way that I feel like I see other people feeling about it. It feels more dull, and it kind of just makes me tired rather than anything else. I don't want to deny myself talking about things, and that's what I've been trying to do. So I guess if I'm going to talk about grief, I have to talk about loss, and that's, if you're watching this and you're confused, that's what's happened in the past 2 weeks. Experienced a loss. And something I've been thinking about a lot, and something that brings me a lot of comfort, is kind of what I want to talk about. So I personally do not believe in any like organized religion or disorganized religion or spirituality of any kind. The only spirituality I believe in is the spirituality that we generate as humans, because humans just do that, if that makes sense. I believe that humans have an innate desire to be spiritual, but I don't think that that there is anything actually physically going on that, theology, that sort of thing. I think that makes sense. That'll make sense. But yeah, that's just me, and you can feel free to disagree. I have absolutely like no ego or skin in the game about it. Like I'm not here to evangelize or anything. Like it's just not, hands off. Like it's just all of it, no, for me. It goes without saying that I don't believe in a heaven or a hell, or that anything happens when you die, but I do believe that, and I find comfort in the scientific reality that when you're dead, you're no longer, like a selfish human. You get to become part of everything else. And, and the physical reality of that is that, your body decomposes and you get to be part of the world. And I think that that's inherently, I'm sorry, that's inherently beautiful to be in the earth. Like people say like, oh, it doesn't really feel like they've left, like I still feel their presence. And I kind of do believe in that in a way, like they're never going to leave Earth because everyone is part of this world, and when you die you just become more a part of it than you were even before. Like you're no longer a selfish human, you're now part of everything else. And I think that is just so beautiful, and it brings me so much comfort to think about that. And I don't feel like I need anything other than that to keep myself grounded and comforted about the difficult things in life. And I just think the cyclical nature of nature is really beautiful. Something an old therapist explained to me a long time ago when I was in high school is there will always be peaks and valleys, and that's usually in reference to like depression symptoms or whatever. But also like in life, everything is just a giant circle or a giant up and down. In order, death happens, but that also means that life happens. Grief, joy. You can always depend on if there's a low, there will be a high. And nothing is the end forever and ever because it's just a giant circle. I've been thinking a lot about water as well and how that kind of fits into that same metaphor. Me and my partner recently went to a waterfall, and I was thinking about how, the water has to fall to the deepest part of the earth, or it doesn't have to, but it will fall to the deepest part of the earth, but it'll also, go into a cloud in the sky and be the highest thing in the earth. But it in order for it to go up to that high part, it first has to fall. And the beautiful thing is that it's always here, and it's always a part of things, and it's always bringing life. And even with the low points, it'll always be, you can always know that it'll go back to the high points again. I don't know if that makes sense, but and I wonder, I feel like I'm a person who just has absolutely no question about spirituality or anything, and I wonder if that's another reason why I don't, when loss happens, I don't get as agitated. Agitated, that's not the right word. I just don't feel upset. I just kind of feel like, yeah, I miss their presence, and I wish that they were still here, but then a little part of my brain will say, oh, well, they are still here. And every single time you go outside, you can say hi to them, and, So, I don't know if I'm emotionally constipated, or if I'm just really mature and I know everything that's going on, or probably somewhere in the middle. But yeah, I guess as, the coming weeks come, what I'm going to focus on is just being there for people as much as I can in the way that I do that, which is a very practical, side of things. Like I said before, I'm just going to continue trying to be helpful, just doing what I do to deal with things, which is, like I said, checklists and being present and getting tasks done and being productive. And I think, that's just the way that I just do things, and that's the best way. So I feel so much love in my heart right now for the people around me, and even if I'm not, sobbing into my pillow or, whatever, I feel like my body at this point has sort of just translated that into action and love and being here for the people who are here, because you can't really, holding space for someone who's gone is a good thing, but it's also, I guess for my personal philosophy, it's you want to take care of the people who are here and the people who need you in this moment. I don't know if I'll put all this in. But I guess if I'm gonna leave on a note of advice, because that's what like my point with this channel was before my life blew up a little bit. Remember to eat food. Like don't forget to take care of yourself, I guess I should say, instead of just eat food. In the physical ways, but then also don't like neglect the emotional things as well. Talk to one person every day. Go outside. And this is a reminder to myself as well. I feel a lot of peace in nature, and I assume most people do as well. Things won't just immediately get better, but that's how the cycle works, is that it's ups and downs, and it's not always the same amount of ups as the same amount of downs, but when you're at your lowest point, you really can only go up. So I'm just I guess I'm just waiting for my ups. I hope they come soon. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's about all I have to say. Hopefully soon I will have a video where I do something a little bit more interesting than just talking about random stuff that I'm thinking about. I think I might have a video soon about dealing with the boxes, the elephant in the room behind me. Yeah, maybe in the next few days. We'll see. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.